Hi there, folks. Today we're going to be live streaming some Watch Dogs Legion. I'm just going to go right into this. Now, I've already started the tutorial and, well, finished the tutorial, obviously, done a couple of missions, and this really isn't a game that you really need to see it from the beginning. So that's why I'm just doing a stream, just jumping right in to where I left off.
You know, a lot of people sound like me and we're just as English as you.
You've been activated. Do you need a minute?
Smarten up.
I was naughty last week. I went on a bit of a shopping spree. I must have bought 10 of those.
So, for those of you who haven't heard of Watch Dogs, I don't know who that would be, but Watch Dogs is very much like Grand Theft Auto. Very open world. The difference is, in Watch Dogs, you play hackers who can hack into people's accounts and cause various mischief, mayhem, etc. In Watch Dogs Legion, where this changes is any NPC you come across.
Did you do that on purpose?
You can recruit and play as. So as you can see when I scan these people with my cell phone, it shows their stats. So if I were to recruit her, I'd have access to her car, things like that. This is the PS5 version I'm playing, obviously. It's a lot different than the PS4 version, so this is one of those games where if you have the PS4 version, you get a free upgrade for the PS5. There's vast improvements. For one thing, 4K resolution, much higher frame rates. I think we're going from 30 frames per second up to either 60 or 120 with this. And again, because PS5 has ray tracing, you're seeing reflections. So as you can see in the puddles, you can see the reflections of all the buildings, cars, people, etc. Real-time reflections on everything, including on the buildings. The PS4 version didn't have that at all. It absolutely did not have that. Anyway, I think I'm going to access another team member.
Feeling fit for duty today?
Just try and stop me.
The other thing to note is that on the PS5, load times are vastly superior. PS4, you would have to wait for about 3-4 minutes, I'd say. Load time. On On PS5, obviously, it's a lot faster. Oh, it's an entertainer there. You're gonna be pissed off at me, but what the hell ever.
Okay, this is going to sound crazy, but hear me out. Do we need a hypnotist?
A professional hypnotist. Looks like someone never updated their career goals from when they were a child. In 1853.
So this game takes place in London, England, post-Brexit, and it deals with a hacker group trying to bring back the city of the city of London from a corrupt government. So it's pretty cool. I don't like it. as much as Watch Dogs 2. I found that Watch Dogs 2 was my favorite out of all the series. Watch Dogs 1 was just honestly, it was bad.
I don't much care for walking around this place. It feels like an open-air morgue.
Aren't they supposed to be rebuilding? Nothing's been done. Said Albion sniffing around like dogs for a bone. Something's dodgy.
More than a bit suspect. Bags, what am I looking for?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
The construction yard mission. How do we get in here again? There's a way in here. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, so this game also has online. The online just recently came out in, I think it was beginning of March or mid-March anyway. Something like that. I tried a bit of it. It was okay. Obviously it's not up there with like GTA Online or anything like that, but it wasn't that bad. Then again, I'm a guy who just isn't fussy when it comes to my games. Like, as an example, like, I know a lot of people went on the whole cyberpunk bashing craze for the longest time. I actually enjoy that game. I've experienced a few bugs here and there, but nothing game-breaking, so I refuse to badmouth it. Whoops. Duck down, dummy. So this building I'm in is one that got destroyed during the tutorial. It was like a setup. The building was bombed, blew up, and of course they blamed the bombings on DedSec, which is the hacker group that you work for. So right now I'm just gathering evidence in this bomb site.
What the fuck?
This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
The little fellow's taken a walloping. What's it doing here?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction.
That is interesting.
So, in my original playthrough on my PS4 version of this, I was a lot further than this, obviously. I'm replaying this on my PS5 to experience it from the beginning, obviously, to see all the graphical improvements and gameplay improvements. And also to forget what I'm doing, because it's been so long since I played this mission, and I'm having trouble remembering where I'm supposed to go. Oh. What? Shit, he's going that way.
Perfect. 2 more data relays to go.
Don't think he saw shit. Okay. What? How did you not see me? It doesn't matter if they see me anyway, because then I can just shoot them. It's not a big deal.
One more data relay and I'll have it.
Can't remember if there's a guy down here or not. Yeah, there is.
I still see you.
Looks like there's... Oh no, it's below. Oh. Let's take care of this first.
That should do it. Now, I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... got it. Go back to where you found that spider bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
Okay.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload? What, think we'd go back here? Don't trust the Kelly dog.
Bagley, who was controlling this spider bot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the Spider-Bot is broadcasting, and while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
Typical. The dirty Fed witnessed all of this go down and said nothing.
Kelly? As in Clan Kelly? Does that mean mobsters did the bombings?
This is a handout, do you understand? Kelly's just acting as a supplier.
That woman they were meeting didn't seem like the gangster type either. Could she have been a part of Zero Day?
Well, don't just stand there, keep looking. The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
Oh, brilliant. I'll just pop over in a quantum tunnel, shall I?
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but Spider-Bots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Good call, sweetie.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Okay.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
0 Day's signature.
There, hurry. We've got all the deliveries.
So you were hired to supply all the targets? Shut it, we're all on need to know.
So 0 Day was using multiple groups to pull off the bombings. This just gets more tangled.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. 0 Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction. But if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the Spider-Bot, maybe they could tell us more.
He's looking to automate our jobs, mate. This is no joke.
Director Cass? You're serious? Who told you that?
Friend over in R&D. The shit he's told me about background checks and knowing who's going to be useful to Albion, who's going to be a problem.
You that worried about your job? This is a PMC. They already do background checks on all of us.
But you don't get it. He was talking about the general population, not just us employees. How bad is it that everyone has to be watched that closely?
Well, look around. It's fucking bad. And Cass is going to do what he has to keep it from getting worse.
Tracing the Spider-Bot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
So the police were investigating a different suspect other than DedSec, but kept it quiet from the public. Oh, very professional.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
Now, as you can no doubt tell, this is not in the present. This is in the near future, supposedly. So there's cars that drive themselves, drones, delivery drones and stuff in the sky that you can see flying around. All of this stuff you can hack and take control of. As well, just like Grand Theft Auto, you can take any car, things like that. Wow, okay. Oh yeah, you gonna come out and bitch me out? Because you did that, not me. Now, the one thing I have noticed is the driving is really hard to control because of the higher frame rates. I'm just not used to it. I'm not used to it running this smoothly because I was playing it on PS4 for the longest time, right? So this is kind of hard to control, to be honest. Demolition Derby. I don't think I'm anywhere near. Okay, I need to find the bridge. Apologies in advance to this woman's car that I've clearly destroyed. What the fuck? Oh, it's a car ad. Huh.
Now, the funk soul brother, check it out now. The funk soul brother.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. You're listening to The Bug, the Resistance comedy show brought to you by the Buccaneer Network. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to be here. Apparently, the Resistance is not going well.
Again? Well, there has been some news about DedSec, the resistance and/or terrorist organisation, delete according to preference. Not preference, sorry, delete according to whether or not you work for the government, Sirs, Bloom, the Kellys or Albion. According to a...
Well, Albion certainly made themselves at home.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatised goon squad, just take your business across the street.
I was never much of a fan of the Met, but I can't say I was itching to see them replaced with war criminals either.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spider-Bot will be further in.
to have hope. We're living in this self-selected, algorithmically designated information equivalent of propaganda state. And every resistance that I've ever seen is weaker than the biggest town. I feel like what hope is
What? Step.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm ending this.
Identify yourself.
That didn't go as planned at all. Now, just like Grand Theft Auto and every other game, you have recharging health, so go into cover whenever you're losing health, and you'll regain it. Yeah, I don't think that alarm even matters anymore. Fucking Albion. Might as well get into the building now.
Well, is this it, our spider bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of spider bot from the Tone bombing site.
Good. Be a dear and work out who last used it.
Navigate the spider bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
On it.
You are a stupid ass guard, sir, because you saw me and then literally walked away. Piss off. Let's try that again.
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This spider-bot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all.
Oh, is that a glass partition? Yeah, it is. Okay. only way across is by the looks of it. Yep. Raised. This poor little droid is going through hell. Let's see if I can make that jump from here. There we go.
That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now.
So Dalton was the tutorial character you played as. He was basically a parody of James Bond. He finds out that Parliament's about to be blown up, and he doesn't stop the bombs in time. And that wreckage that we just explored was remnants of that explosion, which killed him. And majority of DedSec, hence why the point of this is to recruit new DedSec members, because you're essentially rebuilding the hacker group DedSec, because all former members were killed. By a rival hacker conglomerate. So really the entire point of this is to save London, as well as to prove your innocence.
Look at all this junk. You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
Now, while the game looks freaking amazing, with incredible lighting and graphics and ray tracing, etc., it really doesn't utilize the DualSense controller on the PS5, so you don't get that that rumbling that we got when we were doing the Astrobot gameplay in one of my last live streams.
Home bombing is a perfect example. A bunch of lazy, overpaid cops are asleep at the wheel. Well, they're not at the wheel anymore, are they?
I've been around the block long enough to know what kind of people out here are. They're bloody cowards. They say they're trying to protect the people, and then leave. Really, they're just afraid someone can come on and knock them down.
Why do I feel like I'm going in a circle?
your way through this last bed path.
Okay.
Got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Fine.
Aw, can I not explain to them?
Albion is permitted to secure the safety of the city by any means necessary.
I'm just gonna borrow this.
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
We're this far down the breadcrumb trail, we might as well keep following it.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
Bagley, find me an entrance.
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the Spiderbot we recovered regularly pinged these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Good place to hold the world's least pleasant dinner party.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
So I'm probably not going to be doing too much live stream of this because it's a really long game. The whole point of my channel really is to just show off what the games are like, so that perhaps some of you would be interested in purchasing them.
Get away.
Incredible. There's some kind of secret police bunker down here, like a, what's the opposite of a serial killer's basement?
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
But what were they working on that led them to the Tone bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved. And they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So, Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Oh, good. Albion is working with Clan Kelly.
Shit.
For a second there, I was worried they couldn't possibly get any worse.
What? It seems like 0 Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
But we can't very well allow people to be snatched off the streets. We have to do something.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
These guys are the stupidest fucking...
Can't thank you enough.
They left all the prisoners over here too.
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the queue. We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 Days DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's DedSec. This is kind of personal team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
I can't tell if they've
EPC,
seen me or
well,
not.
at the very least, we can assume he's still in the UK. Deportations have backlogged to all hell.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.
Can anyone see the suspect?
Spread out. Drone, search protocol.
I use my cloaking device just to make sure.
I know my rights. How about that now?
Control, we're returning to HQ. Over.
Now, when cars have the A here, that just means that they're automated, that they're essentially cyber cars. So any car like this, it's not considered stealing if you go into it, well, provided it doesn't drive away. Let's take this one.
Now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening
I
who are
want
lucky
you,
enough
Mr.
not to be
Automated
here
Car.
in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms
You're
over
nice.
Northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me, and it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The System Network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use some of this technology, Bloom CTOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Bloom be able to take control of it. And CTOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad though, it's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams or roadblocks. Not to mention the accidents. I've heard so many stories of cars shunting into the back of others. I think they're worth being human like.
So, I've delved more into Caitlin Lau's investigation, and an enormous number of missing person cases centre around the EPC. The inspector was definitely onto something.
Let's get in touch with our contact. It won't end well for Angel if Albion finds out he's DedSec.
Better report this malfunction.
You don't need to stand there. You can't go in if you're standing. Perfect.
Summons. I've already taken care of your entry. Get you in quick and quiet.
This is all off the books, I trust.
No worries, I'll spoof. But come meet me on the rooftop. The only place here that doesn't smell like piss. Got some info for you.
How the hell? Oh. No, wait, that's...
The European Processing Centre. It processes deportees by stacking them up in squalid conditions and forgetting about them. But hey, it's...
New me, eh? Have a drink. Not half bad considering it was made in a bleeding bathtub. Don't worry. They let us have our little voices in here. Keeps us quiet. Right. More for me. Can't be picky. Seeing doctors, lawyers, street vendors come through. It's all the same once you're in here.
What do you mean?
We're all equally dehumanised. As far as the man on the street's concerned, we're the reason the city's gone to shite, you see. So these pricks can do whatever they want to us. Ain't no one gonna do anything about it. Where's DedSec when you need him?
I'm sorry?
Ah, nothing. Daydreaming, I guess. Think I need another drink. Listen, steer clear of those Albion wankers' new meat. Stay away from the clinic if you can.
Alrighty. Ah, there he is.
What exactly is going on here?
This place is worse than our prison camp. Every day I see people come through here, torn from their homes and their families. But I'd rather stay and keep our eye on things. Maybe help out once in a while. Like now.
God, this is bleak. You could vanish off the face of the earth in this place and no one would ever notice.
Yeah, well, people have been disappearing. Records say they have been processed, but it doesn't add up. No one ever properly leaves. And with the Kellys prowling around like fucking hyenas, I am not too optimistic about the people slipping through the cracks.
Mary Kelly pokes her misshapen head up once again. What isn't this woman involved with?
Truth. Now, about your missing guy. The best place to start would be the EPC database. They keep a record of everyone that comes in. And be careful.
Putting the location of the EPC database on your optic.
That was weird. Why was it telling me to take him down? He's not even a bad guy.
There will be a database here that we can search for evidence on Angel Lopez.
Shit.
Give up.
Fuck. So as you can no doubt tell, these are actually taser guns. You do get actual guns in the game, but near the beginning you kind of start out with these.
Let's get this little shit.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to use a spider bot. Is there a spider bot dispenser? I thought I saw one.
Fuck!
Do I not have... Oh. Yeah, I need a spider bot.
smashed.
Oh shit. Can't modify when in combat. I guess I could just go in through the fucking door. Never thought of that.
Go on, Bagley. Tell me you found something.
I have. His file has been deleted from the main database, along with hundreds of others. Still very detailed. Even when committing crimes against humanity, the government doesn't skimp on paperwork. Here is a recording labelled Exit Interview.
You know what we do with terrorists, Lopez? Don't go pissing me off by denying anything. We know you're with DedSec. You think you were picked up on some random sweep? Not a fucking chance. Nothing to say. Well, this is not going to go well for you then, because I want information. The rest of your cell, where are they? I want names, places, everything you've got.
You think I'm daft? I spill everything I know and what? You let me go? I'm not talking. I know how this ends.
Oh, I don't think you do. I'm going to throw you to the wolves. The Kellys have an interesting way of disposing with problems.
You think I'm scared of some fucking thugs? Of winding up floating in the dance? Fuck you.
You're too pretty for that, mate. First, they'll peddle you. For dosh, right? Then, when you're used up, they're going to chop you up and send the pieces to the four corners.
I can take whatever you've got.
I almost feel sorry for you. Get him to the bloody clinic, then.
Shit. They knew he was DedSec the whole time. This doesn't look good for Angel.
The clinic keeps government service hours, which means it's closed. We'll have to find Angel the old-fashioned way and hack their CTOS hub.
ATL unsuccessful.
Deportation limbo, horrible living conditions, unexplained disappearances. It's almost as if the media are deliberately ignoring the situation here in favour of... Oh, look here, Beatrice Stokely, 89, recently took up kickboxing to fill up her days. Fascinating. If the EPC is a typical example of how humans treat each other, I'd say a benevolent AI overlord is a step up, wouldn't you?
Next time I see you, it's a factory reset.
I have reconstructed an AR scene of Angel's examination. You can view it inside the clinic.
Well done.
So these mini puzzles help you hack and unlock things. They've been a thing in Watch Dogs since the beginning.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Let's make a deal, yeah? I know people outside. Maybe I can help you out. Just let me out of here.
Procedures, Mr. Lopez. We'll have you out of here in a minute or two.
Fuck, what was that? Looks like they implanted him with something. We need to get closer.
Facial analysis matches for both. They're part of Mary Kelly's little pack. So, Inspector Lau was right after all. Clank Kelly and Albion are in bed together. What a shit orgy that would be. Microchips, coated with biocompatible glass to prevent rejection.
And pharmaceutically jammed right into Angel's neck. Question is, why? GPS? RFID?
No, these are more sophisticated. If I had to guess, I would say they were designed to deliver a dose of some unknown compound. Not the kind of thing you find at your local corner shop. I could reconstruct the path he took if you want to see how this cliffhanger gets resolved.
Keep on him. He might have made it out.
Fucker! Get it before he triggers! Fuck! He's getting away! Get after him!
Shit, they're catching up on him. Come on, Angel.
Fuckers!
He might just make it.
Fucked up! We don't have a match yet. She's gonna kill us.
No, it's fine. As long as he's not damaged, there'll be no waste. Demand's high with the new network.
Guess you're right. Let's tube him, get him in the van and out to the incinerator.
Huh. Okay, that chip was more than just a tracking device.
I think they triggered it. I know we're dealing with Mary Kelly here, but there's a chance Angel is still alive.
We need to find him. See what they did to him. And what that fucking microchip is all about.
Seems like advanced technology for Mary Kelly and her band of thugs to be waving around. Could Mary be part of a scary dark web hacker group like, say, oh, I don't know, pick one, 0 Day?
Interesting theory, Bagley, but hold your investigation algorithms for the moment, will you? Angel needs us.
The incinerator they mentioned is probably the Southwark incinerator. It's practically right round the corner.
Okay, but... No, you sure? All right, I hear you, Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course. I hear you.
Game developer. I think I'm going to end this here. I just wanted to show you guys a bit of a gameplay of Watch Dogs Legion, and you can see what it looks like on the PS5. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's not as good as Watch Dogs 2. So Watch Dogs 1 took place in, I think it was Detroit, or something like that. And Watch Dogs 2 was in San Francisco, and this one is in London, England. So yeah, pretty good game. Very realistic. From what I heard, the city is very...
Move a muscle and you're dead. Yo, give it up! Why are you still in my face?
Oh,
Fucking move, alright?
From what I heard, the city is very true to London. Very accurate with real-world locations, real-world buildings, businesses, etc. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not a game I can play for hours. It's one that I'll hop into here and there, do a couple of missions, and then call it a day. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a subway station. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to call it here, and I hope those of you who watched the stream enjoyed it, what little you saw, and we will either play some more of this at some point, or I'll showcase another PS4, PS5, or PC game. Alright, thank you very much for those of you who joined. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon.